Welcome back to Vegas Live with Nina. And as I always say to you, we have so much fun behind the scenes that sometimes I think this should be a reality show reversed. We should do all the behind the scenes stuff. Anyway, I have a reoccurring guest that's been on my show many times because he's very famous with his book writing. His name is Sidney Chase. How long have I known you, Sid?
I think we're pushing eight
or 9 years. 8 or 9 years.
Yep. I did the first show when you were, it was internet one.
Internet when I was doing Money. Wasn't that Money show?
The Money Hour show.
Yeah, Money Hour show.
Yes.
I had a Money Hour show and it was amazing. It went very well. But that was also on Google. I think I did that through.
I think so.
I didn't have a set. I didn't have all what I have now.
Didn't have all this fancy stuff.
I didn't have all this fancy stuff. I'm big time now.
Big time now.
Oh, yes, and we're going bigger. We're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The only reason we're getting big out there is because of all of you out there that support us and view us and see us. We've got many. We've got a lot of people on YouTube now. But don't forget to subscribe and help us move even further into the arena. And also a show, because being English and coming from a little place called Torquay in England, and then doing a show in Vegas is like, you know, where did this English woman come from, all the way from Torquay, doing a show in Vegas? So it's quite fascinating, but my story isn't as fascinating as your story. Now, you were originally in the military, right?
I did 15 years.
15? He doesn't look old enough to do 15 years.
Thank you.
But I have to say, anybody that's been in the military or army or whatever, you know, the arena might be, I always notice they're very much together. And they've got these ways that it's like those 2 years of discipline. Well, I guess it's you were much longer.
Right.
But it's like that discipline area especially for a man. What does it do? I mean.
Well, I could really kind of sum it up real quickly.
Yeah.
If you walk into my office,
yes,
it's as clean as a whistle. Everything's organized. Desk is clean at the end of the day. You walk into my wife's office, completely a catastrophe. Things are everywhere. It's a mess.
I hope
she spent no time in the military.
I hope she's not around listening. Well, I'm kind of in between then. I mean, I have a very clean home and it's very together and everything else, but probably not as in order. But I like things in order because when things are in order, I don't have to do anything.
Right.
There's no work to do
agree.
because if it's like when you get undressed, you hang your clothes up or you put them in the laundry basket or whatever you do. You don't have to worry about it in the morning.
Right.
You know,
all my socks are lined and ordered, rolled. My
probably all
white shirts are all together.
The whites and the blues and the yellows and pink. You got any pink shirts?
Yeah, all my jackets, my sneakers are in order, everything.
Does that drive your wife crazy, or she?
No, because I do my own and I do the laundry.
Yeah, but not only does he do the laundry, I also know that he cooks.
Yes, I do.
Because I met you yesterday with your wife, with Julie is his wife, and you said that when you leave in the morning, they live on a boat, by the way. They just moved out of the house and they now live on a boat.
Yep, we live on our yacht in Myrtle Beach.
On a yacht, not a boat, a yacht, excuse me. It's like I call a cruise ship a boat. It's a cruise ship. I said, it's a boat, just a big boat. But so you like living on the water?
We love living on the water. It's just a so simple life.
I was going to say very simple.
You don't have all the clutter, and for me, for Julie, the businesses that we own and my book writing and my traveling, it just makes life very easy.
Much easier.
No lawn to mow, no flowers to worry about, dandelions in the grass, none of that stuff.
And I agree. I live in a house and I'm forever, I've got to worry about the pool, I've got to worry about the garden, the front garden, the back garden, and everything is like, and when you get older, it's too much.
It is too much.
Now, you were in, you're still in real estate. You've become very, very big in real estate.
Yes, yep. We just launched our 4th crowdfunding platform. We haven't publicly launched it. It's privately launched right now. We'll go public in probably about 30 days. We'll be looking for investors.
Really?
So we invest, with that fund, we invest in nursing facilities, timber, farming. Farming can be either organic or cannabis, hemp farming.
Well, they've got a big farming in cannabis, hemp.
Yes,
hemp.
yes.
They're in North Carolina.
I'm in South Carolina, but I'm only 20 minutes from the North Carolina border.
Yeah.
So, but we're actually looking at a farm that we'll purchase with the fund that's in Kentucky.
The state of Kentucky.
Yep, so we're very excited about that.
Oh, I didn't know about this. Is all new for me. This is fabulous.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that too much.
No, we haven't. Now, are you going into the marijuana business, whether it's for health or whatever it's for? You had cancer, right?
I did have. Did have cancer about 3 years ago.
Cleared up?
I've been completely cancer free now for 2.5 years.
Do you take marijuana for any of that, or did you?
I take cannabis oil.
Cannabis oil.
Yep.
Yeah, so a lot of this stuff is really, really good because you don't have to take all these pills. There's so many people out there that's taking so many pills that I think it's making them worse than actually making them better.
Yeah,
There's too many,
yeah.
because one pill counteracts this and that counteracts that, and it's like becomes a total mess. Now, we're also here for your third, is it your third book?
Actually, my third book it's in editing right now at the Bookmasters out of Ohio, and when they're finished up, they'll print it, and that should be hopefully in about 60 days or so. And that book will be about the Smart Guide to Alternative Investments. So basically, there'll be, I believe it's 9 chapters, and each chapter will be about a different alternative investment. So one will be about real estate, which is my favorite, obviously.
Of course, yes.
Silver, gold, gas, oil, wine.
I like the wine part.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. I like that.
Yeah, so that's the next book that'll be out. And then
You
yesterday,
have 2 others, yes.
I have 2 others. They're both about real estate. You can find those on my website.
What's the name of the first one?
No Bull.
No Bull.
No Bull Real Estate Investing.
And then the second one?
Your Daily Dose of No Bull. So it's a 1-page a day read.
Oh,
So
really?
No Bull is basically you know the ending of that, right? So that's kind of how I am. Military. I was a drill instructor also. I was in the military,
Oh, really?
instructor, and so I have that No Bull
Kind of attitude,
Yep.
yes.
And so I decided to name the books after the No Bull.
And you've kept that up. They've kind of, so people understand each one is different, but at the same time they've got kind of the same title and all that stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. So this book will be about everything to invest in except for the stock market.
Now, he says everything but the stock market, and I happen to know that Sid is in the stock market because I call him because I'm a little bit in it, and I was telling him yesterday, well, maybe I shouldn't announce that all my stuff is red.
It's probably green today because the market's up a little bit, I think.
Okay. Yeah, because everything, all mine was, well, they go red and they go green, they go back and forth. But
Right.
I know yesterday they were all red and I was so upset. But you are in the stock market.
I am.
You had a lot of training in it. You gave yourself training.
Well, I took a class a bunch of years ago from TD.
Yeah.
And then I self-trained over the last year again
Yes.
to refresh my memory. I mostly do options only.
Now, why this option thing? Because options is something you could buy at a very at a lesser price.
It's basically a leverage thing. So
You go in with a date and you have to come up. You can sell it in between the date you
that's
choose
right.
to
You
end
don't
it.
have to. Each option has a contract, a dated contract on it. It could be a weekly, a monthly.
Are you the one that chooses that date, or do they?
There's a list of them that you get to choose from. So depending on what your strategy is with the stock that you're trying to purchase, depends on how far out you want to go.
You want to go
so
with it.
I'm an intraday trader, so I'm in and out within seconds of trades.
I love that.
So I'm usually picking the day that expires.
Let's find out one thing. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. We'll leave it at that. I'm doing very well.
So in other words, because I know your stock market doesn't start until what, 9:30?
9:30 in the morning.
Whereas we're in Vegas and we start at
6:30.
6:30.
Right.
So 6:30, I can call you at 6:30 because it's only 9:30 and get a few tips.
Exactly. Call me a little bit before that.
But
right.
before that, and you can give me some tips. It's like
Exactly.
I was watching the stock market today, and Amazon's way up. So I said to him, hey Sid, Amazon is up, and I know you bet on Sid. I know you.
Yeah, I only trade three. I only trade 3 stocks.
What
really.
are they?
I trade Amazon,
Amazon?
SPX, which is not really a stock; it's an ETF,
Okay.
an index, and Google L.
Google.
And-
what's Google L?
Google.
Oh, Google
Yeah.
itself.
So
okay.
Google has 2 stock symbols.
Oh.
Yep. So, and then the other one that I like a lot, and I should say 4, is Apple. I do really, really well with Apple. Apple's very easy to trade. You can get in and out of that very quickly.
So when you go in it, you either decide whether it's going to go up or down.
So I'm a momentum investor.
What does that mean?
So I go along with the move of the stock. So first
Okay.
thing I do in the morning, I let the market open, and I let it go for about 15 or 20 minutes, make sure the run up in the morning or the run down happens. Then the stock market kind of takes its
course.
Takes its course. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. And then I look at the hourly chart of each one of the 4 stocks that I mentioned and decide, making sure, are they trending up or are they trending down? So whatever they're trending is, you don't want to fight the trend, right? The trend is your friend.
Now, is that the volume? Is that you kind of look at the volume?
I do occasionally look at the volume, but I'm
Okay.
more interested in what they call the ticks. So it's a long explanation on that one, but the ticks actually will tell you what's happening instantaneously with a stock. So if the ticks are positive, then normally that stock is up.
It's
If the
gonna
ticks
go
are
up.
negative, the
As
stock
well as
is
it
going
goes
to go
down.
down. So I kind of mix that with the volume and then the price action, and I'm in on what they call the movements. I'm most of the time in and out of a stock within less than 10 seconds sometimes.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, I love that. Action. Talk about action. That's really action.
Now, my friend Kevin, who's in Reno, Nevada,
Okay.
he trades also. Now, he's got a little bit different style than I do. He uses like a 5-minute chart. He trades some of the same stocks that I do, but he also does options, but he's looking for that little bit longer term.
Now, I also, I know we're getting into the stock market. Went away from the book, but the stock
okay.
market is I didn't know that you could actually go in and then 5 or 10 seconds later come out. I thought you had to wait a certain time.
No. The other day I actually traded, I bought 25 contracts of Apple. And so 25 contracts.
What's a contract?
Each contract is 100 shares.
So you have to buy
You have to buy at least one contract, which is equal to 100
which is 100 shares.
Right. So I bought the option of the day. So it expired today, my option call, that day, I mean.
Yes.
So I bought 25
A
or
day
30
option,
contracts.
yeah.
It's 1 day option contract. And I think it was less than 10 seconds. I bought 25, so I had 2,500 shares, and I was up $1,300 in just a few
Quick
seconds.
money. See, I've got to learn this. I don't do this. I've just got mine a long term, which is fine because I can. If they go down, I can keep
and
them.
I have
it doesn't
long term
matter.
too.
Okay.
I do. I have both. I don't do my long terms. I have them managed by somebody else.
Okay. Yes, you don't have to.
That's got more
your
patience
wife,
than I do.
think it's your wife manages them, doesn't
No, my
she?
wife manages me, but
Well,
other
that's
than
managing.
that,
That's managing the money. I always say to every woman, I don't care how friendly you are with your husband, or I don't care what the situation is. You got to make sure, as a woman, listen to me, as a woman, you got to know everything that's going on in that household, financially and everything. And I mean that very, very sincerely. I went through some things when my husband passed away, but you have to make sure, as a woman, to make sure that you know everything that's going on, and don't feel shy about knowing that.
No. Actually, my wife knows everything pretty much that I
she
do about the
works. You
business.
work
We
off
work
it.
together. She's on the other side of the camera. That's why I'm
She's
pointing
on the
that way.
she's on the other.
So
She's actually taking the
she actually runs our home custom home building company. She's the CEO of that company. And
then you have your
partner.
daughter-in-law. She also runs
Both of my daughter-in-laws.
Both your daughter-in-law.
One handles
and the
all our
son.
accounting. My son is around here somewhere over there.
I watched him to come on. He doesn't want to, or whatever.
Yeah, he's over there smiling, eating French fries. But he runs his own painting business. I believe it's straight edge painting.
Straight edge painting.
Straight painting.
That means it's a straight edge. And I was asking him yesterday. I said, "You're not a messy painter with paint. Some painters, they
are messy.
Oh, you would hate that. Oh my goodness, you would
Wouldn't
not
be good for me.
You would not. No, that would not be good for you.
not be good.
Out of everything you've done, you've been through some rough times and you've been through some great times. What do you feel the best thing that really makes you sort of sparkle and say, "I achieved that. I got that"?
I would say my marriage to my wife.
Oh, that is beautiful. She's sitting right, Julie.
I would say
you have
that.
to say that because you're sitting
No,
there.
I don't have to say that, but I would say that for sure. Obviously,
Yes.
my five kids,
Your
5
5 kids,
boys,
yes.
and we have 10 grandchildren, and all of those are my greatest.
So that is your greatest investment and
Yeah.
greatest achievement, and you've also maintained that and kept it together.
We have been
Yeah.
in lots of struggles, but like you said, it's communication.
Well,
And
I was saying to Sid yesterday, we met for some coffee and everything, and I was saying that marriage is not just being married and love and all this stuff. It's like a job, and you have to connect with each other. You have
Right.
to understand each other, and it's hard because you've got to compromise sometimes, and whatever you have to do if you want to
Yeah.
keep it together. And of course, I kept mine together. Unfortunately, my husband passed away, and I admire you for that. And that show, isn't that great? After all the 3 books and all the real estate and everything else, how can anybody reach you if they want to write a book, and maybe you can help them?
yeah, you can email me.
Greatest man.
You can email me, sidchase@gmail.com is the easiest one. With any of your entrepreneurial questions, if you're looking to write a book, I can direct you in that. I don't charge for any of this stuff, so it's just I'm more than happy to help you. Find me on Facebook, Sid Chase. The Sid Chase Group is my business page. I'm on Instagram. What's the other one? Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on all of
We
those.
have to, us when we get a little bit older, we have to remember all this stuff. The younger generation, they go, they
Right.
know it all, don't they?
Right. And,
But,
I didn't tell you, but
What?
we have our own coffee brand now.
oh, this is something new.
So, so it's the No Bowl Chase signature morning blend.
Morning blend.
Yep, and you can see that on our
Does
website.
then ABC or NBC or one of the channels have that's normal. I think it's called morning blend or
Oh,
something. Morning
I know what you're
something.
talking. Morning something.
Well,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so that morning blend.
Morning blend. Yeah.
And that is under Sid Chase
Yeah.
or
If
the
they go to
Chase Group.
sidchase.com,
Sidchase.com, you can get your morning coffee.
you can order the coffee, hats,
And you
and
make
all
in
kinds of
those
stuff.
in those little tiny things.
No,
that-
it's the old-fashioned.
the old-fashioned
Yep.
grinding. You have to grind it.
You have choice.
Oh.
So you can grind it, because I know some people do, and then the other one
You
is
can buy the
already ground and ready to go. Yep. And so they can
Is it
find
bitter,
that.
sweet?
The morning blend is the strong one. It's the gold bag,
That's
and
to
the
wake you up.
yeah, and the black bag is the afternoon evening blend. It's a lot
Lot cooler.
little less
less
intense.
intense.
Right, a little less intense.
Isn't it? To get
So-
you going, to more calm you down.
But they can find the book.
yeah, where can they get
when
the
it's
book?
ready, it'll be on the sidchase.com website. They can also find out all about me
And what
there.
was the name of that book again?
It's the Smart Guide to Alternative Investing.
Smart Guide.
So
to
basically,
Alternative
each topic
Investing.
will go over the history, how did that start, where is it at now, how to invest in it.
Awesome.
Lots of information.
Brilliant man. I've known him for years. I've known his wife for years, and absolutely wonderful couple. And you know, it's nice having friends like this that actually do something in life and sort of, you know, actually give in life. And he gives a lot. He'll help anybody he possibly can. Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Nina, and we'll be right back.
Thank you, folks.
Hold up.